What's up, guys? Today I'll recap a horror mystery film, Maxine. Spoilers are coming, so keep your eyes wide open and stay safe. The movie starts with a flashback, showing a video clip of a young Maxine Miller. She's full of energy, doing a little dance routine while her dad, Pastor Ernest Miller, records her. Maxine is already soaking in her dad's words, repeating a phrase that will later become her life motto: "I will not accept a life I do not deserve." In 1985, we meet Maxine Minx, who has been in a bunch of adult films ever since she escaped from a terrible farm massacre in Texas. Now she has her sights set on Hollywood. She's ready to take her career to the next level. Maxine heads to an audition for a horror movie called The Puritan 2, written and directed by Elizabeth Bender. When it's her turn, Maxine dazzles everyone with her amazing audition. But just when she thinks things are going well, the casting directors ask her to show her breasts. That doesn't stop her. Before leaving, Maxine boldly tells Elizabeth and the others, "You should just cast me because I'm going to be a star." As she struts out, she can't help but brag to the other actresses, saying she got the part. Confidence is key, and Maxine has it in spades. Meanwhile, while Maxine is trying to make her Hollywood dreams come true, there are some scary things happening in the world around her. Protesters are gathering to rally against The Puritan 2. They believe the film is full of evil, and even claim it's responsible for taking the lives of others. People are really worried about what this movie represents. Adding to the fear, a dangerous serial killer known only as the Night Stalker is on the loose, causing panic all over California. He's out there striking fear into the hearts of everyone. The tension is rising, and it seems like danger is lurking around every corner, making Maxine's journey to stardom even more thrilling and terrifying. Maxine stays in touch with her agent, Teddy Knight, who is working hard to help her land more acting roles. She excitedly tells her friend and roommate Leon about her big news. She got the role in The Puritan 2. Along with them is Amber James, another porn star who invites Maxine to a glamorous party in the Hollywood Hills, but Maxine has to decline the invite because she needs to get to her other job. Her second job is quite different. She works at a live peep show, and there's a client waiting for her. This mysterious man is unseen, but wears black gloves and a dark suit, adding an air of intrigue. Maxine knows she has to focus on her work, even as the bright lights of Hollywood call out to her. After a long day at work, Maxine walks home with her friend, Tabby Martin. Tabby invites her to another party, but Maxine declines again, focused on her goals. As they part ways, Maxine suddenly notices a man following her, and he's brandishing a knife. Feeling scared but determined, Maxine pulls out her gun and confronts him. She takes control of the situation and orders him to strip naked right there in the street. Then, in a shocking turn of events, she makes him suck on the gun. Maxine is not someone to mess with. To finish it off, she stomps on the man's testicles with the heel of her shoe, causing a horrifying scene. This moment shows just how tough and fearless Maxine really is, proving she won't let anyone threaten her. Back at Maxine's apartment, she receives a strange package from a mysterious figure. The package is delivered by a man named John Labatt, adding an extra layer of suspense. Curiously, Maxine opens it and discovers a shocking video of herself filming the adult movie back on the farm. Things take a dark turn when the mysterious figure kidnaps her friends, Tabby and Amber, while recording the whole incident. It's a terrifying scene. Afterward, he leaves them tied up and lifeless in a lake. The next morning, the bodies are discovered by detectives William and Torres. What they find is chilling. Tabby and Amber have satanic symbols branded into their faces. This horrifying discovery sends shockwaves through the investigation and raises the stakes for Maxine as she realizes just how dangerous her world has become. Before heading to the set, Maxine meets with a special effects artist to create a mold of her head. As the artist works, Maxine sits still, but her mind is filled with dark memories of her past on the farm, especially her terrifying encounter with Pearl. The memories are so strong that they make her feel uneasy, and suddenly, she falls over. Just in time, the artist returns and helps her back up, bringing Maxine back to the present. Later, she gets a mysterious message with a phone number. Curious and a bit nervous, Maxine decides to call it. When she does, she hears the voice of Labatt on the other end. He tells Maxine to meet him at a specific location, leaving her with a mix of fear and anticipation. What could he want? Maxine tracks down Labatt at a busy restaurant. There, he tells her some shocking news. His employer is searching for her, and they both know about Maxine's connection to the farm massacre. Feeling a rush of fear, Maxine quickly denies having anything to do with it. But Labatt is relentless. He warns her that she must meet his employer at a location on Starlight Drive that very night, or else he will expose her secret about being at the farm. The stakes are high, and Maxine knows she must be careful. Just when she thinks things can't get any worse, detectives Williams and Torres show up. They want to question her about the murders of Tabby and and Amber, but Maxine stands her ground and refuses to talk to them. With danger closing in from all sides, Maxine realizes that she is caught in a web of fear and mystery, and she must find a way to escape. Maxine finally starts working on the Puritan 2, and right away, she realizes that Elizabeth is just as tough as everyone said she would be. Elizabeth doesn't mess around. As Maxine goes about her day, she notices that Labat is lurking around and following her. Feeling scared but fierce, she grabs her keys and holds them tightly between her fingers. When she gets close to him, she doesn't hold back. She punches his face over and over again, leaving him all bloodied and bruised. After this wild confrontation, Labat gets up and tells Maxine that things are now personal between them. This warning sends chills down Maxine's spine, making her realize that her life is getting more dangerous by the minute. Maxine decides to stay home and review her script instead of heading to the filming location. She thinks it's better to prepare for her big role. Meanwhile, down at the video store where Leon works, he suddenly finds himself cornered by the mysterious figure. In a shocking and brutal scene, the figure slashes Leon again and again before finally stabbing him to death. It's a terrifying moment, and Leon never saw it coming. The next morning, Maxine is horrified when she steps outside and sees Leon's body being wheeled out of the store. Her heart sinks as she realizes the terrible truth. Detective Williams approaches her and shows her something that makes her stomach churn. Leon has also been branded with a satanic star. This discovery deepens the mystery and danger surrounding Maxine, making her realize that she is in a fight for her life. The detectives come back and try once again to get Maxine to cooperate with them, but she stands her ground and refuses to budge. They just can't seem to get through to her. Feeling scared and alone, Maxine reaches out to her agent, Teddy, hoping he can help her find some protection against Labat. Unfortunately, Teddy tells her he can't find any information about Labat at all, leaving Maxine feeling even more worried. When she heads back to the set, she runs into Molly Bennett, the star of the last Puritan movie. Molly's character died in the first film, but now she's back for the sequel. As they walk to Molly's trailer, Maxine chats with her, and Molly mentions that she has a part in the hills, hinting at the exciting things to come. But Maxine can't shake the feeling that danger is lurking around every corner, and she needs to stay on her toes. Maxine suddenly spots Labat creeping behind her again, and a rush of fear fills her. She takes off running through the studio's sets, darting between the fake walls and props, trying to escape him. Just when she thinks she's safe, security catches Labat and pulls him away, but Maxine knows it's not over yet. Later that night, Labat is still on her trail, but Maxine has a plan. She tricks him into getting cornered by her, Teddy, and a tough guy named Shepard. When Labat realizes he's trapped, he panics, but it's too late. Shepard steps up and knocks Labat out cold. Together, they take him to an old junkyard, where they trap him inside his own car. Maxine and her friends start to slowly crush the car, and Labat begs for his life in a desperate and pathetic way. It's a chilling moment as they watch him squirm, knowing that he's getting what he deserves for all the trouble he caused. Maxine starts to think about what Detective Williams told her, how she needs to stop more murders from happening. Feeling determined, she decides to go to the address that Labat gave her, which is located in the mysterious hills. When she arrives at the house, Maxine is shocked to discover that her stalker is actually her father, Pastor Ernest. This shocking twist leaves her speechless, but things get even darker when she finds out that he has killed Molly and kept her dismembered remains hidden away in a suitcase. Maxine's heart races as she realizes that her father has also killed her friends to frame them as victims of the Night Stalker. Just as she's processing this horrifying truth, Ernest knocks her out cold and ties her up. He reveals his twisted plan. He wants to make a film using footage of the murders, saying he's doing it to expose the evils of Hollywood. He feels this is his way of getting revenge for Maxine, leaving home to chase her dreams of fame. To make matters worse, Maxine is dragged into an awful exorcism scene with a creepy cult made up of Ernest's followers. This chilling moment puts Maxine in a terrible situation, and she knows she must find a way to escape before it's too late. Williams and Torres arrive just in time, bursting onto the scene to face off against Ernest's gang. A wild shootout begins, with bullets flying everywhere. As the chaos unfolds, the detectives and Maxine start chasing Ernest, racing up toward the famous Hollywood sign. Tragedy strikes when Torres gets fatally shot, leaving everyone in shock. In the heat of the moment, Williams fights bravely, but is stabbed in the eye with a cross. In a heartbreaking twist, she falls to her death, but not before she manages to shoot Ernest down. Now it's Maxine's turn. She takes a deep breath and aims a shotgun at Ernest while police helicopters buzz overhead. In this tense moment, she imagines her bright future, finally bringing the Night Stalker to justice and living out her dreams of fame and success. Before she pulls the trigger, Maxine looks into her father's eyes and tells him, "You didn't fail me. You gave me the push I needed to find my own way." With determination in her heart, she pulls the trigger, and Ernest's head bursts apart, ending the nightmare once and for all. Maxine has taken control of her life and her destiny. Maxine Maxine bravely returns to the film set, now celebrated as a heroic survivor. Everyone is excited to see her back. Elizabeth, the director, gathers everyone for a moment of silence to honor Molly, who was lost in the terrible events. It's a sad moment, and everyone feels the weight of their loss. Once the moment is over, Elizabeth pulls Maxine aside for a private chat. Molly will be missed, but she didn't have a future beyond the Puritan films, Elizabeth tells her gently. You, however, have so much ahead of you. Curious about Maxine's plans, Elizabeth asks, "What's next for you?" Maxine smiles confidently and replies, "I never want my fame to end." With that bold statement, it's clear that Maxine is ready to take on the world and make her mark in Hollywood. Her journey is just beginning. Which movie should we recap next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more movie recaps. Thanks for watching. Produced by Warner Talks.